It's definitely got some vintage. It's got a little bit of spaghetti. But by God, if it's not the best I've ever had. Buckle down. Hey guys, so again, I'm continuing my reviews of dry spell reviews, and last time I picked a film out of the bucket was Once Upon a Time in the West. Now, from the previous review of Cross Point Blank, you might have been wondering, well, how does he own it, yet he's only seen the last minute of it? Technically, this is some of the movies that I took from my dad's house when he was trying to sell them, and I was moving out. I was like, you know what? I'll take this. It seems to be a classic for a reason. And then I saw the last 10 minutes of it just by chance, and I was like, holy God, that's an amazing scene. But my God, that was really long. So I wanted to watch it. And yes, this is a cowboy hat. I want to wear it because I feel it's proper for this. Once Upon a Time in the West is by far the best Western movie ever made. Ever. Okay, there is the good, the bad, and the ugly, but my God, if Once Upon a Time in the West isn't the pinnacle of it all. The characters, the music, the setting, the story, everything in this movie is amazing! Because not only was this movie a meta to what everything we had seen of Westerns at that time, well, what people had seen, I hadn't seen it, I wasn't even conceived yet. This movie was made plus 30 years ago, but what I mean more so is the characteristics of the villains and the good guys with the color schemes, like the black hat meaning bad, the white meaning good, and then kind of the Mexican characters being the side people. This whole movie revolves around a mystery and a murder. The murder of a family and who Charles Bronson is to Henry Fonda. Because the whole time he keeps on listing off all these dead people and he's like, who are you? And he's like, just one of those people that you met along the way. So what can I talk about Once Upon a Time in the West that very few people have talked about? There's nothing, because this film is amazing. The cinematography was ahead of its time. There's a shot where the main female character is coming off this train, and then she walks, and then she goes into this train station, and then the camera rises up above the train station like this, and you see everything, and she's just kept in the bottom of the frame ever so perfectly. That scene not only showed off how amazing the cinematography was going to be for this film, but also the absolute craziness they went to with building the sets. This whole town, there's several towns. The final showdown is in this area where they're making the train track, and you would think, okay, you don't really need that many extras. God, no, there's like 300! There's people working on this train all throughout the entire scene. It's insane! Again, I can't give the cinematography enough praise in this film. Sergio Leone and his DOP were gods with this film. I could never have thought that a film at this time could have been made to look so well. Sure, there was a lot of movies about the Roman eras with a lot of extras and really big sets and whatnot, but none of them really had the boundary-pushing cinematography that this film did. Especially there's a scene where Henry Fonda gets onto the train, and the camera moves along the train outside, showing all the dead bodies as Henry Fonda is moving inside the train. That is a fantastic dolly shot. And the music! Holy God, the music! Sure, it repeats the main theme quite a few times, but it doesn't matter. It is amazing. The music for this film is beautiful. It is bombastic. It is in your ears, and it works with the scene. The movie makes the music, and the music makes the movie. That's a perfect combination that anyone could ever ask for from when they're making a movie. And this film has a fantastic soundtrack. I am going to play it on my radio show the next time I get a chance. So is this movie amazing? Yes. Bloody hell it is. Henry Fonda is one of the most interesting villains in this film. His whole character is a study of how violent men would not work in the rising society. That they will always be goons, and while goons can get as far as they want, they'll never truly understand what it means to be actually powerful. And Charles Bronson, man, Charles Bronson doesn't say a lot in this movie, but he's fantastic. That's another thing too, is the dialogue. I think that the first hour, there isn't a real dialogue with a person-on-person dialogue scene. There is so much awesome quiet in this movie. The beginning, that opening with the three guys on the train tracks and Charles Bronson, oh, that was so cool! So at least to say, I was enjoying the hell out of this movie, and right up into the end, I still, when I came back and saw that ending, that near 10 minute long draw out between Henry Fonda and Charles Bronson before they finally shot each other, I didn't care because it was amazing. This whole movie is amazing. So yeah, obviously it gets a 7 out of 7. Hell yeah. This is an amazing movie. I can't believe I've never watched this movie in full before. Go and watch it. If you haven't watched it, watch it. If you have, rewatch it, because you will see so many tropes in other Western movies, in action movies. This movie laid down so many story structures that have been used for the last 4 decades. It's amazing. Anyway, guys, so that's it for this review. First, before I pull out the bucket, if you were wondering what this is, yes, that is a Death Star tea holder. This is awesome. My girlfriend gave me this. A little TIE fighter there on the end. Alright, so for our next movie, it sucks because I'm not going to be able to wear this cowboy hat. I don't have any Westerns. So let's see, what's next? Oh, got a small one here. Ah, Beowulf. I'm loving how it totally changes. Alright, let's get shirtless!